lesson that I learned on this project. You want to check all your connectors on your wiring harness compared to your old wiring harness that you've removed. So you want to lay out new wiring harness just like this, lay your old one right up next to it, and just make sure all the connectors match. The most important ones are the alternator connectors, and then moving down towards the other end, you've got your coolant overflow tank sensor switch. If you have a level sensor on there, if you don't have a level sensor, you don't need to use this. You can just leave it. I'm not going to be using mine, so I'm not going to need this plug. Although if I was going to be using mine, this isn't the right one for my year car. So definitely want to check that. And then also your plugs here. I believe the 8-pin is the same on all years of the Fox body, but this plug is different. Mine had a different plug on it, so instead of swapping out the harnesses, I actually just cut this off and I put the one on from my old harness. So no big deal there. But that's only because I didn't check this first. If I had checked it, maybe I would have sent it back if I wanted to wait around, but I was kind of just wanted to get it done. I had time to do it, so went ahead and knocked it out. But anyways, that's it. Just a tip there. Always check all the plugs, make sure everything matches before you go installing this and modifying it for your needs. So that's it. Let's get on with the video. Alright guys, welcome back. Today we are putting in the wiring harness. I've already got it kind of laid in place. It's not really strapped up yet. Replacing one of these is pretty straightforward. Sorry, somebody's out there mowing grass. Making a bunch of noise. Don't they know I'm trying to record a video? So I've already got the old one pulled out. Like I said, pretty straightforward. You just follow the wires, unplug them, put them on the ground. Left the bulbs in just to make it a little simpler. I'll just swap the bulbs and put them up here. And less confusion on figuring out which plug is which, because there are a lot of plugs. So one thing to note, this is a Ron Francis Headlight wiring harness. They have 87 to 90 and 91 to 93. The big difference being the plugs for the alternator. So there's two plugs here, the plug right in. No problem. I'm routing this one just to go underneath the air box here. Kind of hard to see, but it just goes right under there. And it comes out on this side, underneath. So right now I have these coming out on this side, but I'm actually going to move them around and come through this opening here, just so I have a little bit more room to get out to my parking lights. Another thing to note here, my plug. I had to cut off a plug and put one from the old harness on here because this did not match up with my wiring harness for the car where this ties into that. Both these plugs on the very end plug into wiring harness. It's typically in the engine bay. And now I've got it way up in there. So there's two plugs. Right there's one. So it didn't match. You can see the difference. If I can move my hand right, you can see the difference in the two plugs there. Totally different. But it is just two wires, colors match right up. There's a green and a light blue. So shouldn't be a big deal. I'll just solder those on. Got those wrapped up. And of course you got your horn wire there. I'll be mounting the horn right here, and then on my lights. So let me move this around kind of where I want it. I am going to tie wrap it. Kind of have it up behind here. Just tie wrap it right there to that hole. There's another hole right here that I'll use down this end. There's not a hole, but I may be able to find something down here where I can tie wrap it. Probably up around here where it goes through. You can see my finger in there. Probably run the tie wrap all the way around there. Just to hold it up, keep it more invisible. All right, so let me route this and then I'll be back with you. what I've done, I just kind of centered where this pigtail comes out for the lights on this side, and where this pigtail comes out for the lights on this side. So it's kind of centered. And then I kind of found the center of that portion of the wiring harness, and you can see my zip tie right there. Got one here, the other one I put somewhere, it's under here. Now that whole leg of the harness is completely invisible across there. So I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, you can see it a little bit right there, but you won't be able to see it from that angle when the bumper cover's on. So I did not come through here between the radiator and the radiator panel, just because it is kind of a sharp edge, and the way the radiator sits, it will be just rubbing against that edge there, and then down here on the bottom as well. So I'm just gonna leave it right there, which is fine. And yeah, that's it. So let me go ahead and plug those up. And also, it does have the alternator connection there for the solenoid, so I'm going to screw that on, plug up those two wires, and get this end completed. Then I'll start working on this end. So I've got a ground there. I've got to put on, again, my horn. And there's ground on this side as well. So I'll find a place for both those grounds. I'll show you where I put those. And then I'll be right back with you in 1 second. All right, it's been a couple minutes. Kind of got this tucked in where I wanted it. I went ahead and put on these headlight brackets here, just to make sure I knew where those were gonna be. It's not actually touching there, so I think that's fine. It's just kind of loose, laying underneath. I went ahead, before I put this on, I scraped the paint away on the radiator support here. So that's where I put my ground. It's actually on the bolt for this. Even it goes through a a clip nut there. With the paint scraped away, it should make a good surface. So I grounded it there, grounded the same place on the other side. Can't really see it, but that ground is under there. So yeah, this is ready. Now I just have my 4 plugs, parking light, headlight, fog light. 4 plugs on this side, and then got my horn wire that's still loose. I went ahead and connected everything else in there to my solenoid. Got these all tied up, so this is pretty much done. The last thing I want to show you is the fog lights. So this comes with this type of connector, which doesn't match with the Mustang fog lights. So I wanted to show you what they send with the kit. Send out a plug kit here. Let me open that up so you can see what it looks like. All right, so it's just a little empty socket there, 2 little connectors, and the 2 little waterproofing gaskets, I guess you could call them. So I'm gonna show you how to put those on to replace this plug, and it'll look like that. And that'll clip right onto the harness. That way you don't need to cut the harness, you just need to modify the plugs on the fog lights. So if you ever have to replace one of these fog lights, you'll have to probably cut this off and just use this pigtail to tie into new fog lights, or you can try to disassemble this, which that may be possible. Once you crimp that, it could get kind of messy if you try to uncrimp it. So I'm going to show you how to do that with just some regular wire crimpers. Typically these take a specialty crimper, but you can just use regular crimpers to crush these down on the wire. No big deal. All right, I'll show you how to do that. All right, so let's look at how this goes on. First, I'm going to cut my connector off here. Make sure these wires are about the same length. And I'm going to strip off maybe about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch. Twist these around just a bit, just to keep them from fraying out when you're putting stuff together. Now you want to put this little green piece on, just like that direction, with the small side towards the bare wire. Just kind of gotta push it and twist it because the insulation is kind of thick. Just gotta get it down over the insulation. There you go. I'm gonna do this one. Alright, should be good. Then you just put this little connector on. The big branches here at the back, that just goes around this little gasket here, and that'll strap around there after you crimp the wire on. So I'm gonna do the crimp the wire. You see how it's got little teeth on there. I don't know how well it's going to show on camera when I start crimping this. But basically I'm just going to grab the top edge right here on each side with the end of the strippers there and squeeze them in together, just in the top edge. So I'll try to show that on camera when I'm doing it, but who knows if it'll actually show up, if you'll be able to see it. So now, see, the end of my crimpers just have some little teeth there, got some pretty good grabbers. So I'm just going to grab the top edge of those little teeth there, just squeeze them in. Missed. Okay, once those are kind of brought in onto the wire, then I'm going to have kind of a flat spot here on my crimpers. So I'm just going to put it in there, and then I'll kind of squeeze those down flat. And that'll really kind of bite in on it. Yeah, that is not going anywhere. And then I'm just going to take these little tabs here and squeeze those in around the little green insulator. Squeeze those down. They don't need to be on there tight. It just kind of holds that insulator in place. And as you can see, I bent one around. Now it's messed up. Great. That should be good. All right, let's do the other one real quick. Nice and tight, and that's it. Now I'll just plug these into my connector, so you can see how these little ridges here, that's what fits into these holes, and that'll make it nice and waterproof there. And you should hear them kind of click into place, and that's it. And you just push this up, clips into place, and you're done. It's ready to plug in. All right, done. Alright, so that is it for this video. These connectors on, my harness is completely installed. Much easier when the front end is off, but it can be done with the front end on there, not a big deal. I just had it off, so I went ahead and did it. And that is it. I probably won't show my windshield wiper motor installation, but it's coming along. Doing some restoration work to it. May have seen a picture on Instagram. So it came out looking like new. New paint, cleaned up the aluminum there, sprayed some clear coat on it so I can clean it down the road. Kind of restore this black plastic piece. I left my factory numbers on there. But yeah, that's it. Stay tuned. Next video is coming up. It's probably going to be either the tie rods or maybe the control arm. So my guess is the control arm. So we're finally getting to put the suspension back on. All right, please hit that like and subscribe button and take it easy. See ya.